Hi, hope you're having a great Sunday. Oh, well, we finished a challenge for 14 days. The challenge was sugar-free. It was being sugar-free, junk-free, and processed food-free for 7 days. At the end of 7 days, people were achieving so many positive results, so much of positive impact, not just in their mind, but in their physical self as well, that we moved the challenge on for another 7 days. So today we finished 14 days of being sugar-free, processed-free, junk food free, and the results have been phenomenal. People have missed out 1 or 2 days in between, but they've jumped on the bandwagon, and personally right now there's zero sugar cravings. Absolutely, I'm on a mini holiday right now and I'm exposed to cupcakes and foods and all of that stuff, but there's absolutely no craving. There's no want to have any of these things. And that's the magic of resetting your body through a little challenge. You see, too many of us try to punish our bodies with over-exercise because we're eating the wrong way, or we try to under-eat because we're eating the wrong way, or we're not exercising enough. But we don't need to punish the human body. The human body works on the principles of physiology, biology, and chemistry. It cannot be punished, but everything can be done through resetting. And that's what we've done. Millions of people across the world have gone through this challenge, and today the results are phenomenal. You've made a lifestyle change by only restricting yourself. And if you fail the second or the third day, people just got back on track. And today, it's unbelievable after 14 days how your perspective towards sugar has completely changed. Like I always say, a toxic body craves sugar and junk food, but the cleaner your body is, you don't crave this anymore. Well, people have been asking for the next challenge, and the next challenge is not something that it's going to be very different. The next challenge is a little bit of homework that we're going to start doing through today and the next week. This challenge is extremely powerful. We make a lot of our patients and clients do it across the world because it's a one-time exercise. It's a one-time homework that you got to do. Your kids can do it. You can do it. Your parents can do it. It doesn't matter what age you are, as long as you can think, and maybe you can write, and you can dream big. Well, the challenge is very simple. One of the questions I ask most people that I come across to, whether they're trying to fix their health, they're trying to fix their careers, or whatever it is what is it that you really want in your life? Okay, today most of us think our life goals are, okay, get a good job, get a good designation, make money, travel, have a family, get children, that's about it. Yeah, that's a great goal to have. But beyond that, most people can't see. When people come to me with health problems, I say, okay, visualize your perfect health and tell me exactly how it's going to look for you. And people will talk about losing weight, getting a six-pack, getting a size 0 figure, which again is okay, but there's something beyond that. So the exercise for you is, if you have a pen and paper right now, or I'm sure someone watching this video will recap these 5 points that we want to do the homework across. So number 1, on your notepad, you write down health. The second thing is you write down career. Then you write down your relationships. Okay, then you write down family. Then you write down wealth or finances, and then you write down life/you. So you have these 5 spheres right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have 6 spheres. I'm going to repeat that again. You have health on one page. You have career on the other page. You have your relationship on the 3rd page. You have family on the 4th page. You have your wealth and finances on the 5th page. And you have life/you on the 6th page. Okay, so this challenge is going to go over 6 days, and if we can do it, it is going to change the way you live, and it's going to change the way you think and respond to life. Because too many of us are just reacting to life. Life throws us something, we react. There's a saying that go with the flow, but even people who go with the flow know where they want to eventually go. So that's called surrendering. You know where you want to go, you're so clear about your goal that you surrender it, and then you flow with life. Because we're not in control of anything. We're not in control of what life's going to give us. But when we have this image in our mind of where we want to achieve, or where we want to go, or what we want to achieve, okay, life has this beautiful way of flowing us in that right direction. We may hit obstacles, that's normal. It's like a river flowing, and then you'll have a boulder or you'll have a rock, but the water finds a way around that obstacle and it continues flowing. But if you're in this river and you keep on holding on to that branch, so that you don't flow anymore, you create your own obstacles. Sometimes you got to let go of that branch with trust and faith and continue flowing down that river. You'll hit obstacles, but you'll eventually flow to the place that you want to be if you know where that place is that you want to be. So here's the exercise. It's as simple. Now you can write an email to yourself, you can write in a notebook or whatever it is, but take the first subject, health. And now I want you to dream, you think big, you visualize no matter what it is. Don't hold back. This is your opportunity to visualize and dream of how you want your health to be. You may be in the worst state of your life right now. You may have a deadly disease, you may have a condition, or whatever it is. So the first thing is, it's impossible for me to even dream how I want my health to be if I have this problem. But over here, the exercise is clearly not about worrying or thinking how it's going to materialize. All you need to do is dream and write that dream down on a piece of paper. So if you're in a wheelchair or whatever it is, you got to picture and visualize your perfect health. Okay, go beyond the size zeros and the six packs and the muscular bodies and all of that stuff. So for an example, visualizing your health, it could be right now, your perfect health. How would you feel with your perfect health? What do you see yourself doing? Don't start thinking, do I need to lift weights for that? Do I need to do yoga for that? No, that's not your job. Your job is only to dream, not to figure out how it's going to work for you. So whether it's that perfect weight that you're looking for, you got to visualize your health. How are you going to be 5 years down the line, 15 years down the line? How are you going to be when you're elderly? Will you have your health to travel, have fun, do all the things that you want to do? Can you visualize your health with no prescription of medication with you? Can you visualize your health, being healthy in your mind, emotions, your heart, your physical self? You write down on that piece of paper, on that email to yourself, okay, of how you want your health to be. Dream as big as you want. Maybe you'll have a six-pack when you're 50, 60, or 70 years old, but with perfect health. You got to see that mental picture in your mind and write it down. Now, believe me, this is a difficult exercise. When you're hearing it, you might think it's really simple, but when you take that pen and you sit down with that notepad and you start to dream about how you want your health to look, you'll see fear coming in, you'll see insecurities, you'll see obstacles coming in, but you got to push that aside and write down this perfect dream. It may seem impossible to your conscious mind, but while you're doing this, you're planting that idea and dream in your subconscious. And that's the whole idea of this exercise. So you do health on one day. This won't take you more than 30 to 40 minutes. Sometimes it takes an hour. When I was doing family for me, a relationship, it took me over an hour to write down what I want that perfect family life to be. Because your mind can go on dreaming and you can keep on filling that sheet with the most impossible things that make you feel happy, but your job is just to dream and not to figure out how it works. Day one is health. The second is career. Okay, you just don't want to write down, I want to be the CEO of the company, because there are so many CEOs of the company and they're depressed and unhappy and overworked and all of that stuff. You may write, I want to be an effective CEO. I want to be a CEO that's making a difference to my employees, to my people, to the environment, to the country. So you need to go deep into this thing. When you visualize health, for example, you may say, I want the best health because I want to be able to help other people. I may want to contribute to, society and stuff like that. So take it a step further. Keep your intentions correct. Everything works when you have the right intention in life. So you have career. Dream of your perfect career, how you want your bosses to treat you, your colleagues to treat you, how you feel when you're at work. Are you overstressed? Do you have a work-life balance? You have this great job that you love, plus you have this perfect work-life balance where you're traveling, you have time in your relationships and friends. Dream the perfect career that you want. Write it on a paper, write it in an email it to yourself, all of that stuff. Then you move on to relationships. This could be with your wife, your husband, your dog, your siblings, your parents, whatever it is, that perfect relationship that's not going so well for you right now. You dream, no matter how dull that relationship may be and how impossible it seems to your conscious mind that it is to fix. But your job is to dream the impossible and write it down, how you want your perfect relationship to be. On day 4, we move to family, how you want your perfect family life to be. No matter what happens, we know we're all going to die. Our parents will die, our grandparents will die. We die at some time, but you dream how you want that to be. Where your life is so full, you spend so much of time with them that when that period of death, comes, you welcome it because, they say most grief is caused because of the love that we haven't spent or invested in other people. And that's why when there's death around, we feel bad about ourselves and overwhelmed. 1 is because we missed a person, but 2 is because we couldn't spend that much of time with that person or say the things that we wanted to say. So write down your perfect family, visualize your perfect family, dream big, don't worry about how it's gonna happen, put it on that paper or put it on that email. Then on the 5th day, you come to wealth and finances, because we all know that money is an important aspect of our life. No matter what, money is an important aspect of our life. But now the intention that you put behind accumulating your wealth and your money, the intention that you put behind accumulating your wealth and your money is so important, because some people have all the money in the world, but they're sad, they're depressed, they don't have their health, and all the money in the world can't buy that back. So you have all that wealth, and now if you visualize it the right way with the right intention, that yes, I want wealth to have a great time, to have a great family life, to give back to society, to help, to do all of these things. Believe me, you open up that door where abundance just flows into your life. Intention, intention, intention. But if you're accumulating wealth because social status, you want to show off, you want to be better than your friends, it just becomes this competition game. You find those are the people who struggle to accumulate abundance in their life. So write that down. I have one point of advice. Don't usually write a number. Don't write a financial target. Don't limit yourself to $1 million, $2 million, $3 million, $500,000, $250,000, because there's abundance in the world, but there's an attitude of lack. There is abundance in the world, but an attitude of lack. Change that attitude. Just say, I want to have so much wealth or so much abundance, which is right for me, and I can do what I want that will make me happy. Don't put a number to it, because that limits you. So you write down that perfect visual of how you want your wealth and finances to look. You email it to you, or you keep it in your diary. And on the last day, this is the most important day, your life/you. How will your perfect life, turn out to be? Now, this is beyond your family and children and your job and all of that stuff. It's about you, that dream that you have that may seem impossible to you right now, whether you want to bake bread, you want to teach people, you want to give back, you want to get into adventure sports, or whatever it is. Dream big. Don't look at the limitations around you. That is not your job. You may be in a corporate job right now, but dreaming that you want to be in the Antarctica doing some tour, or doing some expedition and stuff like that. But you may feel like, how can I ever do it? I won't even get enough of leave for that. That's not your job to do that. Your job is to dream of your perfect life. How do you want your life to unfold? Most people don't notice. They don't notice, and they're too scared to dream because they're afraid of, what if it doesn't happen that way? Then I'm going to have disappointment. So our fear of disappointment prevents us from dreaming. It is so important for you to just take that pen, find this comfortable place where you just dream the impossible. You may not even be able to sing a proper song the right way, but you want to sing. Write that dream down, no matter what. It's not your job to figure out how it's going to happen. So once you have all of these done, health, career, relationships, family, wealth, and your life, and you, the perfect you, how do you see yourself? You got to see that visual in your mind. Once you've written it down, or you've emailed that to yourself, you got to read that every single night. So you're planting that into your subconscious, and then you visualize the one good thing that you can do before you sleep and wake up in the morning. And that's what athletes do. All they see is their goal. All runners see is reaching that finish line within a particular time. They run their races in their mind. They're visualizing, constantly visualizing, because what you visualize has an impact on your body. We all know the experiment where runners are made to sit and they have electrodes attached to their chest and their calf muscles, and they're made to visualize the race in their mind. And these electrodes actually fire up with impulses, which means what they're visualizing in their mind and in their brain is translating and manifesting in their physical self. Which is why if you have disease right now, or you want to prevent disease, or whatever's going on in your life, you got to visualize that in a positive way, because you're seeing it in a negative way right now. And your trillions of cells in the body will vibrate to what you are constantly seeing. So if you are seeing chemo as destructive and killing, that is exactly how it will be. If you see radiation in a negative light, we all know the side effects, but you got to see it in a positive light. If you see everything in a negative light around you, that is exactly how it's going to work out for you, and that's exactly how you're going to feel. So you got to change your mindset, and that's why you need to constantly visualize what you've written on the paper. The difficult part is writing your visuals and writing your dreams on this paper, and then visualizing it every night. So one night dedicate to your health. The second night dedicated to your family and career. And keep on doing this exercise until you don't have to do it anymore, because when you wake up, you see your visual of each of these spheres already in your mind, because it's fixed in your subconscious, just the same way you wake up in the morning and the first visual is go to the toilet and brush your teeth. That's in your subconscious mind. Once you get it there, in your subconscious mind, you don't have to try anymore. All you need to do is move forward with your life, believing that it will happen. Faith, belief, surrender. Now, all of us know this. It sounds so good in the books that we read and the videos that we see, but it comes down to one vitamin: self-discipline. discipline. You got to keep on doing this over and over again until it's like a habit embedded in your subconscious mind. After that, all you need to do is just believe that it's going to happen. The right things will happen, the wrong things will not happen for you. Usually that's how life is. And of course, there are the cases where nothing happens and then life's constantly testing us and we start getting bitter and sour and all of that stuff. But sometimes we got to just be patient. But what we have in control of this exercise is the power to dream, the power to believe, and the power to live a life with this faith that something good is going to happen for us. If we keep living a life expecting the worst, that's exactly what's going to materialize. This is the challenge for the next 6 days. You can start today, you can start tomorrow. It's up to you. But once you do this exercise, the beauty is, I may write something about my career. I may change it 5 days down the line. You can keep changing what you want. But every time you keep changing this dream list of yours, you got to keep visualizing it so that the change happens at a subconscious level as well. Enjoy your Sunday, everyone. Until next time, eat smart, move more, sleep right, and breathe deep.